This is Love, Lies, and Dead Roses, and I'm your host, Candice Christine. And today I have a very special guest. We go way back, oh gosh, like 2019? No, before then.
I think it was 2011,
2000.
girl. 2011. It was before
Oh
I
my,
graduated high school. I graduated.
I'm old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
We're being perfected. It just takes a little time.
But you know what? I'm aging like wine as far as I'm concerned with it.
I keep getting a little less stupid and a little better looking every year.
I like that. So, do
hmm
you want to tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Deidra. I I'm fabulous. I'm friendly and working on my finances.
Aren't
It's
we
always weird.
all?
It's always weird when people ask you to describe yourself and then you're like, who am I? Like, who am I? This is me.
You're so
I keep my,
pretty.
thank you. So are you. I keep my headshot out to inspire me to be the star that I feel like I'm born to be. So I'll look at it
I
and I'll be
love
like, read
that.
down my stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
So okay, I'm getting some done, but like I'm waiting until I do something with my hair because I don't know if I told you when we met. I don't plan on being a redhead forever. This was mental breakdown after a breakup. Should have never done it, but did it anyways. But I feel like I needed it. So once I'm back to blonde, I'm gonna get my headshots, and I'm gonna do that exact. I'm gonna get a canvas done of my headshot, and I'm gonna hang it up next to my ring light so that I can remind myself of who the hell I am. Because
Absolutely. That's why I have mine sitting out. And people think it's vain sometimes. And like when I say I love a mirror. I love a mirror. And they're like, oh, do you love your reflection? No, I like to talk to myself. I like to have a one on one moment. It makes me less anxious. And touching on what you said about mental breakdown, red hair, you are not alone. The last time I did mine by myself and friends that aren't cosmetologists was during COVID. It always sounds fun, do it going red, but it's so hard to maintain. Oh
it
my
is, it
God.
washes out. So I got this color from doing a platinum blonde toner because I was like very blonde underneath. And I was like, I'm just going to do it and see what because toner's not going to do nothing. It's just going to tone color. So I was like, I'm just going to wing it and see what it came out a neat color. It's like not brown, but not blonde, but not
It's not
red.
bad. It's not bad.
It,
It's just that red is such a tricky color too, because like you want to get it bright, but not too bright. Not like McDonald's like red clown bright,
yeah,
but you want like not too deep where it's like a burgundy. It was so tough, but I ended up frying my hair, cutting it all off, and my hair's my hair's long,
oh, it's
but
always been long.
always has. So, and I used to depend on my hair because I'm like that. I thought it was a part of my identity having long hair. That was one of my better attributes. Girl, I went in to Quick Cuts and I was like, I need help. Can y'all help me? He's like, you got to cut this off. It was so stringy. They called it bubblegum hair. It was so bad.
Yeah,
And he tried to convince me to get a pixie cut. And I'm like, there's no way I can get a pixie cut.
no.
There's absolutely no way. So I did a sideways bob. It was longer on one side than it was on the other. It was super
I feel like I
chic.
remember that.
Yeah, no, it was a couple years ago, and it's grown back beautifully now. Like you can't tell right now when it's up from the viewers here. I'll pull it down real quick, but yeah, no, it's grown all the way back. It's beautiful, and I've dyed it once since then. One time black for my friend's wedding, but besides that, I've really been trying to avoid dyeing it because I was terrified by my own
A lot of
hands during that
a lot of
COVID.
people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize too. Dye and bleach will kill curl,
It was
and you
so
have
bad,
those curls.
Candace. It was so bad. I bleached it like two or three times. One time it was burning, and I kept going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've gotten here from a lot of mistakes. Oh yeah.
But haven't we all? Like, I feel like those mistakes, no matter what kind of mistakes they are what shape us into the people that we are. You know,
100%.
I suffered with eating disorders for a very long time. And it wasn't until recently, like I was looking at pictures from when I was in high school when I first started having eating disorders. I was like, what was wrong with me? Because I wasn't even like, I was starting to get hips, is what it was. So I immediately thought, oh my God, I'm getting fat. And because I was getting hips at such a young age, because I was an early bloomer, I had boobs, I had hips, I had butt, I had thighs, but I wasn't
Oh yeah.
fat. And the kids at school during that time didn't realize it. I mean, look at us now. Like, that's what women want. Women are literally paying for our figures.
Hello.
And,
Hello. Yes.
and, you know, I was called the fat sister. I was told that I was lying about who my sister was because I just wanted to be popular like her. And it wasn't even that. I loved my sister and I was proud to be her sister. And a lot of that stuff like still gets into my head. And one thing that I love about you is you love who you are. And that's the one thing that drew me into bringing you onto here because like you are so proud of who you are. And I think that's so admirable in a person, especially when we have so much like social media. God, social media. I don't know if you've ever felt this way. Like, I'll be on social media and I'll see these girls, and I just like become envious of them because I would love to have that flat stomach and tiny frame. But then there's the days where I'm like, oh, I am, I am shaping. Like I got
I'm
some
perfect just the way I
shape.
am. Yes. And going back to like the sister stuff, because I'm super close with my family, super close with my sister. Um, and sibling rivalry is kind of taught and normalized as well. But there's moments, and I won't speak for my sister, but I'll speak for myself, where I've had moments where I've envied her because we're shaped the exact same way. We're both beautiful in different ways, but her tummy's a little bit smaller and her butt's it's got a little bit more plump to it. But we're both gorgeous girls. We're just beautiful in different ways. She's blue-eyed, blonde hair. I got, brown eyes and brown hair. But it goes back to like I don't envy them. I'm happy to be their sister. I'm proud of them, just how I
Yeah,
want them to be proud of me. And um well, there was a point you touched on that I wanted to speak about. It was about so I just went to my family. I went to visit my family in Ohio this past weekend, and I got to see my mom's family through, more adult, mature eyes. And I'm like, wow, they constantly talk about weight and they're constantly criticizing each other. That is so unproductive. What type of energy are you giving out to people? Because energy is contagious, whether it's negative or positive. So with every negative little dig you take, what are you saying positive? And my mom would constantly bring up weight, which is crazy because we're shaped the same. I definitely get my curves from my mama. And I've been working on my relationship with my mom because, like I told her, like, I don't want to hate her. I don't want something to happen and I mourn a relationship we did not have. So I've been patient with her as people have had to be patient with me. I'm not perfect at all. But I begin to nitty gritty down to nitty gritty with it. And as much as she points out the negative, I'm like, let's point out the positive. How about that? Let's point out how people do pay. And I literally said the same thing you did just then. How people pay for these curves. I've got a beautiful figure. I know y'all can't see it, but it's there. Oh yeah, beautiful figure. And also let's point out the positives. Um, there's weight limits on zip lining. I don't want to go zip lining. There's weight limits
I
on
don't
horseback
either.
riding. Hey, my friends just fell off a horse the other weekend. I don't want to go horseback riding. It's okay. It's okay to point out the positives and the fun parts of it too. Like we don't always have to be so negative all the time. And I just had this conversation with my mother again because you said like you are attracted to me because I exude confidence, and you're right in that sense. But I got to this level because I exude. I'm friendly. I'm personable. I would say my gift from God is charisma, but I had to work on my self-talk because I can be friendly and nice and smiley with you all day long, but sometimes when I look in the mirror I was like not happy with what I saw.
We
So
had that
people
conversation. Yeah.
so people may think I get nice looking because I enjoy the gaze of others. No, 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 I enjoy the gaze of myself. I enjoy what I want to be. I want to look in the mirror and be happy with what I see back. So I've had to put that energy into my appearance, and it's kind of my creative outlet, how I express myself. And it was cool because even being around my mom's family this weekend, around my mom, I noticed there were moments where I regressed. I didn't do my makeup. I didn't match my outfit, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm regressing around you." And she's like, "It's not my fault." I said, "It's not your fault. It's my fault." And I acknowledge that because I've been self-reflecting a lot this year. And then I had a moment. I wake up early before everybody. I would read my book and do my journaling, become the Deidra I am today, not little Deidra. This is big Deidra, big dog. And get my makeup on, get my outfit right, and then get down there. Just because I don't match the crowd, I'm not meant to match the crowd. I'm meant to make myself happy. So yeah, I just had those moments this past weekend. A very eye-opening weekend I had just then. So I know it took us a while to get on this podcast, but I'm glad we took the time
You're
because I could
okay.
even have more stuff to talk about after just the weekend I've had.
You know, talking about like the mom thing, my mom chose International Mother's Day to tell me that the only person she wants to talk to is Charlotte, that we don't need to text or talk on the phone. And it's because like I stood my ground, and I used to not do that. I mean, you probably remember from back then, like I wasn't how I am now. I wasn't outgoing. I was quiet, and we just sparked that conversation we had. And I actually started thinking back to some of the things that were said to me by my mom, and she's like, Candice, you don't even have a big butt. You're just, it's a wide butt. I'm like,
I feel that mine's wide too. But
but it can be wide.
dang, why
And
is it ever so negative? Why are we pointing out the
yeah.
negative?
And
And
then remember
I
the
think it's so.
crop top?
Yeah, I'm wearing a crop top right now. Like I
Remember
love
what
crop tops.
I do too. And I just got to the point where I felt comfortable enough to wear crop tops. And the thing she said was to me was, I really wish you'd buy clothes that actually fit you.
I think people project their insecurities onto others, and that's why I've learned this year while learning patience and I'd say practicing patience because I'm not a patient person. I'm practicing every day. I practice my patience. And I've got to the point where and I used to take things really personally. Really, and it's hard
I do
not to,
too.
it's hard not to when it's constant criticism back to back, nothing positive. It's hard not to, but I've got to the point in my healing journey, my emotional, mental healing journey, to where I truly see that people are a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Yeah, you see how that? Hey, just popped up. See,
You
that's
saw
good
thumbs
shit.
up?
That's good shit right there. That's good shit.
That's
So,
funny.
and maybe you can get to the point. I hope you can, with your mom one day, because I don't, I don't know what her relationship was like with your grandmother, but I've noticed even with my mother this past weekend how that was a continuing cycle of the criticism, constant criticism over and over again. My
Generational
mom,
curses.
generational curses, and they don't even know they're doing it. They don't know. I always say, you don't know until you know, and they don't realize it when they're in the moment. But me and her had a great talk. We just talked before I got on the phone with you, me and my mom, and it feels so good because it's not just about her, it's about me, and it's about my future family if I choose to have one. I don't have any kids, and I think it's because on my own healing journey, I've noticed I'm terrified of relationships. Relationships are not a safe place for me. I don't think of love and think it's a beautiful journey. I think it's scary, and I see the women around me get torn down. And when you talking about how I viewed you back in the day, I viewed you and your mom as nice people that were looking out for strangers. And I think we show strangers and other people out in the world a lot of grace that we don't show our people, because we like everyone's got a sob story,
That was
you know.
that was an issue back then. Was she showed strangers more grace than she showed her own children.
Me and my mom had that
and
conversation. Oh yeah.
and it's not even something that like she and I could really have a conversation about. And I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna force these conversations upon her, because I feel like those things need to come in their own due time. When she's
Absolutely.
ready to talk about it, then she can come talk to me about it. But I'm not
And
gonna
when
force.
you're ready. And when you're ready, because
I'm like
you may
you
think
like
you
you
are, you
are.
may think you are, you may think you are. I've had to do a lot of soul searching to get here.
And I
A
think that's where
lot.
I'm at that healing journey within myself. Like, I was just talking to a friend of mine before we got on, and I was like, I want to do like the hanging out. I guess I just situationship type thing, but like my trust issues are so bad that I don't want a relationship. And you know, I would love to get to that point, but like I am so screwed up, and there's so much I have to work on within myself. And plus, I have all of these things going for me, and I don't think I had the time that I could dedicate to somebody. If I were to be in a relationship with someone, it would have to be someone who is in line with my goals. You have to know what it is that I am currently working on. Like, my podcast is so important to me. I'm raising a whole other human being, and
And she's gonna have her
trying
own
to,
set of emotions. She's gonna have her own set of emotions
honey,
too.
she got a whole lot. She's a Cancer, and let me tell you, I know a lot of
I
people don't
love
follow like
cancers. My dad's a
astrologies,
cancer. My dad's cancer. I
but
love cancers.
they
My
have so
sister-in-law's
much
cancer.
emotion. So
They're
much.
very
I'm a
emotional.
Gemini.
And see, I'm an emotional person. I literally cried yesterday. Like, I'm such an emotional person, and it used to be such a negative thing, but I've learned to look at it positively because people love my personality. I don't gotta tell you. You know what's up. Like, and even when my friends talk to me, they're like, "It's so hard to make friends as an adult." No, not for me. People love me. I don't like everybody, but because I've got a great personality. But with the highs come the lows. It goes really low
Yes.
too sometimes, and I got to bring myself back up. That's called being emotionally regulated, and I can't depend on anyone to do that but me. There was moments when I was with my mom's family, and I'm like, I'm so angry, so annoyed. What is wrong? And I stayed up all night and I
Good Lord.
journaled and read until I found it. I'm looking for it. I'm searching for it. I'm searching for the piece. I found it. I'm like, oh, they lack boundaries and don't know how to talk to each other, and that bothers me. That bothers me because I'm watching the generational trauma in front of me through these mature, like emotionally stable, mentally stable eyes. This grown eyes, big Deidra, big Deidra. I was telling my mom, I'm like, you got to reintroduce yourself and set boundaries. Like, hi, Big Deidra. Nice to meet you. I had those conversations with my mom all weekend, and because I saw a pattern repeating, and I don't want to be on that roller coaster anymore. I'm trying to jump off, and my mom's mom used to down talk my mom, like kind of constantly criticize her, and my mom, while she didn't constantly criticize my looks, she would constantly criticize every mistake I made in life, and I was like, dang, you're my mom, you're supposed to be there for me during these moments, but also when it comes to looks, she wouldn't directly tear me down, but she would indirectly tear me down because she's constantly criticizing herself and talking about how ugly she is. And I look just like her, Candice. I look just like her. And I think I'm beautiful. And I think she's beautiful.
You are
And I've had,
beautiful.
thank you. I agree. And I've had to tell my mom that. It's like, baby, you're not ugly. Then like, how are you going to look at me and think I'm beautiful, but I look just like you? And I think that goes, I thought about this like yesterday. I dedicate my fashion journey to my mom. Shout out to you, Barbara. I dedicate my makeup and stuff to her too.
Love that.
Cause at night when I'm in my pajamas and I've had freshly washed hair and there's no makeup on, I look just like her. It's creepy. I look just like my mom. But I love my
I'm like a
mom. I love
perfect
her.
mesh of both of my
I'm gonna send you a picture of
parents.
mine. I'm gonna send you a picture of mine. I look just like her.
I'll send you a picture of my mom and my dad. You'll see it
Yes.
like the half and half of it. My eyes, like, my dad had these deep blue eyes, and my mom has these olive green eyes. And my eyes are like blue on the very outside, and they go green in the middle. Like, I'm a perfect mixture of my dad. And I tell people, because I don't really talk about my dad on the podcast and like his struggles, but I am the best parts of my father.
Good.
And I am so proud of that. And I exude all the great parts of him.
I
And
agree. I agree. And
and
even for myself, yes.
I have my mom, like, I have bipolar depression. Everybody knows it. I have my mental health struggles, and I'm on that roller coaster. And let me tell you, I live with Mama Leslie. She's my friend's mom, and I ended up moving
I
in with
remember she picked
her.
you up that day when we met for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has been able to pick up on my roller coaster. Like, she can see when I'm starting to go down, and she tries really hard to keep me up because she knows that when I go down hard. And like,
Same.
the
Same.
people who know
Very
me,
aggressive.
I
Me,
become very
I'm so.
confrontational,
I used to be. I
bitchy.
used to be. And I still don't fray from confrontation, but I'm working on my morals and how I express myself. Because I used to be
How
a
you
physical
handle
fighter.
confrontation.
I used to be like, "Nuck if you buck." I'm ready to fight. because people were projecting their insecurities onto me, and I like if you're critiquing my outfit and being rude back to back, what am I supposed to do? You
That
know,
was your defense mechanism. And
hello.
everybody has their own defense mechanism. Like, because I grew up in an abusive household, my mom put hands on me. Now when people are like coming at me, I become very defensive and I become argumentative. But the way that I have evolved from that is I don't spank my child. I have conversations with her. I try not to yell, but sometimes I used to not think I could yell, but there's been a few times where I've had to raise my voice, and she knows that if I start raising my voice, oh shit, I've done something wrong. Like, and she's like, "Oh, mama, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How can I fix it?" Like, and she's sadly has kind of been in a similar situation.
A
But
cycle. It's a cycle sometimes.
not from me, but from other people in our family who were stuck in that cycle. And now I'm working to correct that so that she doesn't
Mhm.
feel the way I feel, like taking everything personally and thinking like, you know, they're coming at you and stuff like that. And so I just I'm trying so hard to raise a strong, independent,
You're
verbalizes
practicing.
her opinions. I'm so she can be everything that I wasn't growing up, and that
She can
she
be all the
won't
best
take
version, the best parts of you. Yes.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And the thing that worries me is and I don't know if you saw my status on Facebook. I posted a status a few days ago, and it said, to be a grown woman and a mean girl in 2024 is goofy behavior. There are
I.
women who thrive on being mean girls, and
That's
they
so
are
weird.
grown ass women with children. Your children are learning that. And touching on the how you've grown and you're not that Deidra anymore, you are the big dog now.
Big Deidre, big dog.
She constantly comes on talking about how she will post statuses about me. I see it. I saw the Snapchat she's posted about me, and
Who?
I know she had.
Some chick?
Yeah,
Okay, some chick. Okay, okay.
and talking about, I don't know why you're talking like this because we all know you in real life. No, you don't. You don't know me.
Allow me to
You
reintroduce
know
myself. You do
who
not know me. You do
you
not
know
know
who
me.
I was,
If you knew
but
me at
I
18,
have
this for
growth.
anyone watching, if you knew me at 18, 20 years old, honestly 25, yeah, last year, you did not know me.
Six
You did
months
not know me.
ago, I'm not the same one, honey.
I keep
I'm
growing.
not.
And I had this conversation with my mom because she she told me she fears change, and I'm like, I fear being the same. I fear being the same spot I was last year. I look at my Snapchat memories. Every year I do a like what do I call it? I call it
Like a
something silly.
recap.
It's almost a recap, but it's like every year in October I'll be like, looks update. This is what I'm working with. Like, and every year it just gets a little better. It just keeps getting better. I'm terrified of being in the same place I was because there's moments where I've cut my mom off. We didn't talk for 2 years, and I've come back around and she's doing the same shit she was doing when I left her. Same thing with my ex. I've had one boyfriend as an adult. I've had like really one, two if you count the one I had at 18 for a few months, and I lived with them. Then moved out. I barely count that because it was like 3 months. But the one guy I dated that was like real love for me and ruined love for me. But it's okay. I'm getting there. I'm healing that. Um, I get to points where I'd miss him, and I'm like, man, I just want to see what he's doing. What's he doing? And I'd find out, and he's just doing the same
Oh
shit
my.
he was doing when I was left him. And that's not how I want to live. That's terrifying for me. That's terrifying. I live my life by a few mottos. And one of my mottos is if I want to change, I want to change for the better. If I want to do it, I want to do it today. And also, when you talk about people, are people talking about you? One of my life mottos is also when in doubt, it's not about me. I just assume it's not about me because we're always assuming sometimes. And I just assume in my best interest. And also, I assume people love me because normally, 9 times out of 10, they do. I'm friendly. I'm kind. I speak life into people. You know, so I'm 9 times, like I
I
said, nine
mean,
times out of ten.
after
Not everyone's gonna
me.
love me. Not everyone's gonna like. I try not to be mean. I don't like being mean. Even this week, I
Mm-mm.
had talk about mean girl behavior. I had a friend that was acting like a mean girl, and I let it slide, because I know she's going through her own shit. I let it slide, let it slide, let it slide. She's picking on my outfit. back to back to back to back to back. I'm like,
I
yo, you're
know.
spaz. Because
But that's the problem.
I come off confident, but I have my own insecurities. But
Deidre, the first minute they start, that's the thing though. You let it slide one time, they think they can do it two. You let them slide the second time, they think they can do it three. I have gotten to the point where I'm going to cut that shit out the first time.
another one of my life mottos: you let people slide. You let them slide one time, they will motherfucking ice skate. They'll
Literally.
ice skate around this. But I was letting her live because we all have struggles. All of our struggles are different. But I knew she was going through stuff. I knew she was, and it's cool. Whatever.
But I
She
see, but me personally, I don't find that as an excuse because
It's not. It's not. It doesn't make it
even
okay. It doesn't make it okay, but it does explain stuff. It's like you with your mom. It's like your
it
mom
explains
constantly
it,
critiquing you. Your mom constantly critiquing you. That's not okay. That's not okay. But you can kind of see where her, through empathetic eyes. Example: my grandma this past weekend. She's snappy. She's being real snappy with me. That's not my grandma. That's not the grandma I know. But they are selling a property they've been on for 30 years. They've lived on it for 30 years. She is planning She's a host. She's planning a bunch of she's at a family reunion this weekend. She's dealing with my grandpa whose health is questionable right now. So like I can
I'm so
understand and not
sorry.
take and it's all right. He is 85 years old and he's alive and okay, and it's just a moment I could be there for my family and be who they needed me to be because Candice, I've had moments where I've been snappy, where I've not been easy to love, and I've people have been patient with me, so I'm just practicing my patience and giving it back to my people. But that girl, I see where the issue was to pick on my outfit all night, whatever. We get to the bar. I go over to the bar by myself. I want to give too many details? I don't know. But I need a
You're fine.
moment. When someone's picking with me, I need a moment to be away from them so I don't spaz. And because it's not for them, Candace, it's for me. This is for me. This is
It's to
my
find your
morality.
center and like
Because I want to wake up tomorrow and be happy with myself, and that's what it comes down to. And I'm not happy when I have those moments where I spaz on people, where I call them a dumbass. I did call her
when you
dumbass. I end up because I end up spazzing on her 2 weeks later because I have two phones. So I didn't give this the phone I'm on right now. I didn't give this number out to everybody. I didn't give it out. But this phone, all my old people have my number, and so I've had it cut off because
which one do I have?
you got my real number. This one's my real number.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I'm on. That's my old number that I just needed on my self-healing journey, my reflection journey, I needed a break. So I went and got a new phone. It was an investment because I've been making money off this phone. It was an investment. They're asking me to trade my phone in. Do I want to transfer numbers? I said no. They're like, no. I said, yeah, no. I need a new number. I want a fresh start right now.
Oh, I
So
can't
I
sing
got
the
it
song.
and I've kept it off. What was that? Oh,
I
I
was
got
like, I
two
got
phones. Yeah, one for my hoes, one for my girls. Yeah, but no, yeah, and so my girls are hoes. That's why they stay on that line. That's why she was on that line, and I cut it on after I got back from Ohio. While I have my own stuff going on. We all do. I got my own stuff going on, and I saw where she request. Mind you, the issue was she was picking on me all night, back to back. She picked on my outfit. I spilled jelly on my shirt. She started laughing at it. We get to the bar. I go walk away by myself. She follows me. I'm like, you're poking the bear, girl, but she don't know me like that. She doesn't. She
no.
only knows this Deidra. She doesn't know how it used to go down. So I give her that grace. Whatever. She follows me at the bar. She's like, hey, I've got a tab. Cool. All right. Cool. You got a tab. Well, I've got cash. I got to break this 100 because I owe my sister like $40. I'm like, let me break this. I'm gonna give it the first round. I'll come back and use your tab. All right. Something told me there was going to be the issue at the end of the night. Something told me, and I should have listened to myself. That's my own fault. But she also brought this upon herself, constantly telling me, I've got a tab, I got a tab. What would you think that means? You think I'm putting my drinks on your tab. So I put them on. At the end of the night, she pulls up the tab. She itemizes the tab. It's like, how did drinks get on my tab? Girl, by the end of the night, I'm tipsy, Deidre, so I really don't give a fuck. And three things. I didn't give a fuck. It's another bitchy moment coming out of her mouth. And she liked to say I was running from her. I was running from you. To save you. I was saving you, girl, because it could get so ugly so fast. And girl, I had plans afterwards too. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm already about to be out of here. And then I had no problem the next day putting on the tab if she would talk to me right. But when we were talking back and forth, she said, because we had a friend that was going through some, well, okay, it was my sister. We're supposed to be there for my sister that night. She's like, well, my sister's in town, and like she's going through. We all have our own problems. She's going through her own problems, so she's in town. The night's dedicated to her, whatever. But She's like, it seemed like that night we were supposed to be there for your sister, and you didn't seem like you were there for her. That's what she said while going back and forth about me and my sister. How ignorant of an allegedly educated woman to make that assumption. I'm a sister. That's my baby. I don't clock out 24/7. We're talking a day. I don't clock out. So that pissed me off. And when I cut my phone on, I see where, because the remaining tab had $50 on it. I also, while we're going back and forth, that's why I'm like, do I want to give too much information? Because if she can watch this and see that I'm pressed about her, but I'm not pressed about you, girl. I'm explaining why I let you live
You're
and
just
why I'm just
explaining the story.
and why I'm disappointed in myself at the end of the day, because I don't like people to get me to that level for my morality. It's not for her, it's for me, because I brought my little light. I've got this like a little mini ring light thing. I think I showed it to you. I bring it
Yeah, you
everywhere
told me
I
about it.
go. It's like $5 or $10. So at the end of the night, I find out that, mind you, my aunt asked me to bring it. I bring it because I'm adding to the ambiance of the group, and I know what I bring to the group. I bring good energy. I bring good photos. That's what I bring.
We
And
need to
I
go
found
out.
out. I found oh anytime. And well, actually, psych, not anytime. 'Cause I don't go out too often. Because that's why I told her.
I don't
Like
either.
she's like, we're supposed to. I thought we were here for your sister. No, I went out for me. I went out for me, baby. I'm always there for my sister. I will be there every damn day till the day I'm not here anymore, or vice versa. And she's there for me. We are sisters. Don't ever question my relationship with my family. How dare you? How dare you say that to my face? You said it to my face. Like, it's one thing when you say it when you're talking shit, like after the moment. Oh, man. But yeah, say it to my face. But long story short, we take a lot of photos together. Mind you, she's in the photos too. I take them with my aunt, her boyfriend. I'm the only one that gives them nice photos. She loves for me to take photos, so I'm doing it. My good friend Adina, shout out to you, Adina. She comes that night, and we're taking photos in the corner. And I find out this girl's over there talking shit, like, oh, Deidre's having her own photo shoot. Deidre's doing a photo shoot. And then Candice, mind you, we made up the next day. I apologize. She apologized, going back and forth. Like, I have no problem putting it on a tab. I have no problem. But that's before I found out you kept my light. She kept my light on purpose. What mean girl type of energy is that? And Candace, she didn't tell me she kept it. My other people told me she kept it. So she stole my shit because one of my friends said
Was
steal's
she
a
gonna
strong
try and
word.
hold it hostage for the tab?
She used the word collateral. She used the word collateral, and that's a fun word. Cool, that's a fun word. You can keep that $5 or $10 light. Keep it for that $50 tab. But I'm mad at myself because I turned on my phone and saw that she requested $50 from me and texted me and said, "Hey, whenever you get a chance, send me that money. Thanks, kissy face." I'm like, but I've noticed about myself, and now I know this because you don't know until you know. I've noticed I need a moment to calm down. I need a moment to chill out because I said I'm gonna make this. I said something. I'm gonna make this quick, short, and sweet for your dumbass. And I don't like talking like that because the word dumbass is just as disrespectful as saying go to hell, slut, all that stuff. It's so disrespectful to me. And if I would have known better, known my words better, I could explain myself better to say, hey, just let you know, I never intended on giving you $50. I never intended. The remaining tab was 50. You thought I owed you 50. I thought I owed you 0. So I was gonna give her 30. I was gonna give her 30, a little bit more than half. But after finding out that she kept my stuff and all the shit she was talking, no, you said the word collateral. We're good. Keep it. That's good. That's fine. But I spazzed lightly spazzed. It could have been worse. Knowing me, it could have been worse. But I'm not proud of that. Not having excuses. And not saying she didn't deserve it, but it's like I'm not happy with the way I handled it because of my morals, my morality. Because I should explain myself. I spazzed and blocked her. I'm like, no, no, no. I wish I would have explained myself and stood by my feelings and stood on my truth and then let her respond. I should have let her. I could have. But you make decisions in life, and I gotta stand on my decisions. Maybe one day, but I'm good on that for now. Because we were talking about mean girl energy, girl. That's what I dealt with. What 2 weeks ago, week ago, from one of my friend. Honestly, one of my friends' friends. She's my friend's sister-in-law, but she's been around me the past 2 or 3 years. My friend, her sister-in-law. She's been around me for like 10 years, 11 years. She saw how I used to get. She saw me fight grown men. My sister, who definitely knows me, she's seen me at all stages of life, but that's not who I am anymore. But baby, do not take this kindness for weakness.
Deidre, if I'm ever like in a situation, I'm calling you.
Oh,
I
you can
told
call
you
me
that when
for
we got coffee.
you can call me for advice. You can call me for advice. I don't put myself in situations. I don't do it. I can't do it. I used to,
Girl,
but
talk me down.
I used to
Talk me
blind. I'll
down.
call. Okay, call me. Call me. I'll calm you down. Okay, because I don't like people that make me hype. Because girl, once you get me hype, it's My dad calls me a bomb, fragile like a bomb, not fragile like a flower, because tick tick boom. But now I try to be fragile like a flower.
I mean, I walked up to a girl and I told her she smelled like dirt and cat piss one time downtown, and that's not who I am. But like a
I hate when I get
situation
ugly. I
happened.
hate when I get ugly. It's probably
But like
misdirected anger. Probably a little misdirected anger too.
it was, she was well in my well, I was drunk. I was very, 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 very drunk.
I also don't
But
drink too much
also,
these days. I don't like drinking too much.
I do. I just can't drink tequila, and vodka gives me headaches. Like I drink whiskey. Whiskey makes me happy. I learned that rum makes me happy too. I'm good with rum. But that night,
Oh,
like she was disrespectful to a certain type of person, and I don't. One thing, and I tell everybody that's coming on a podcast, this is a platform, okay? But it's my platform, so I really don't have rules. Like you can drop all the f bombs you want. I mean, we can talk sex, we can talk whatever, but the few things that we will not talk about, we will not do homophobia, we will not do racism, we don't do anti-military, we don't do politics, and we don't do religion because of who I am. I love people so much, and I feel like I have so much love to give. I gotta change the charger because my computer does not charge
and
my phone very well.
I think it should be a general rule with people. Like, don't let's not talk politics. Let's not talk about religion. Let's not.
No, because
It gets
I
very sticky. It gets very, very sticky,
it
and
gets
people get
very
very,
sticky,
very, very personal. I think I tell
and
my
with
dad because me and my dad get on online and make videos and stuff together, and we've talked about having a podcast stuff together. He's like, let's talk controversial subjects. I said, let's not. Why
not
would you why would you
why would you
suggest
stir
that?
the
No.
pot and
No, oh
step
my
into
God.
that
And
water?
people will judge the hell out of you too. I personally I don't talk it much even with my friends. I don't. It's an uncomfortable subject and people feel very passionately and that's how I judge, like not judge but like I keep people around me that won't call my like we can talk about anything all day long as long as you don't say I'm stupid or I'm a dumbass. That's why I said that word's kind of disrespectful for me. Like for my having my beliefs, and I'll never down you for your beliefs, but I think it's
Mm-mm.
important to have that dialogue so people that don't agree with you can understand from your point of view. But you also got to keep a calm tone and be polite with your words. It's all about how
And
you say it, not what you're saying, how you say it.
not just that. Also, I feel like you when you go into those topics, you should go into them with an open mind
Absolutely. And a lot of people aren't open minded.
and looking to understand. I have friends who are into the Wicca community. I have friends who are Muslim. Excuse me. I have friends who are into so many different things, and I ask them questions, not because like
Not because you're
for
nosy,
that.
because we're curious.
Yeah, I have a genuine. I love, and that's the thing I love about this is like I have a genuine curiosity about people, and I love talking to people. Girl, we talked for how long? When we
Who,
got coffee.
girl, that's why I was gonna warn you getting me on here. Like I can go off on tangents. I will talk, talk, talk. I love to talk.
And that's okay. Like, and
That's
I
me.
have people who love doing this so much that they keep wanting to come back. I've had my cousin came back because we did such a heavy episode about her sister passing away. I was 10,
Ouch.
she was 11,
I'm
but
sending
we
love to
had,
her. Sending love.
thank you so much. And we had conversations about things we had never talked about before when it pertained to Katie. And then the next episode I was like, you know what, we had a heavy episode, I want us to have fun. So I did insults for men whenever they're being gross to you, or like I did corny Tinder pickup lines, and we had
That
so
sounds like
much
fun.
fun
Those
with
are fun
it.
topics.
I
Just have
love
fun.
I played a game with one of my friends who came on, and she had so much fun doing it. I gave two green flags and a red flag, and I said, would you still date them? And then we did things my ex did, and I stayed. And some of it was kind of heavy, but some of it was like, damn, girl. Like, we were like, damn to each
Yeah,
other.
what are we
And
doing? What are we doing? Why are we staying?
yeah. And like, that was like a whole lot of self reflection in that, but we also had fun with it. And I feel like I feel like the world, and I shouldn't say it like this, but and I'm not conceited. If you know me, I'm not a conceited person. I have gained a lot of confidence in myself, hence the pictures that I post. And um,
As you should. As you should. People are gonna
I
hate regardless. People have opinions regardless.
I just wish people thought a little bit more like me in the world. Like I
I
I
love
give
people that think like me.
everybody a chance. I really wish people had like my brain and my empathy sometimes, because I love people and my heart aches for people. And one of my biggest flaws, I told you, she shows up at least once an episode.
It was your baby.
Yes. I forgot to
Hey
do my
baby,
homework. It's okay.
hey.
We have all weekend. Do you want to say hello? You can come on and say hello.
Hey.
She got, look, Deidre, she got her hoop earrings and she thinks
Ooh, I
she
got
is
little
all
hoops
that.
too, girl.
Look,
This is the
we all
start.
got the gold hoops.
Hey, cool. You look so pretty.
And this is who I do it all for, and I'm raising her to be that person. Like she is so kind, and if somebody if
And that's so sweet.
she has something and somebody else doesn't have it, she wants to share. Her and my niece had like this stuffy exchange where if they liked each other's stuffies, they would trade so they each would have a turn with it.
Aw,
And
that's so
that
sweet.
that shows
That's so
generosity in her
kind.
already. Now she has smart ass mouth.
Oh, and you gotta be careful around these kids too, because even you saying that, I think about my little Ellie, my little cousin I hang out with all the time. She's my cousin's kid, so she's technically my second cousin, but like I don't
Still a
know.
cousin. I
Yeah,
call
I
my
don't know
cousin's
what. I
kids
guess she'd be
my
a cousin to
cousins.
me. I guess I'm like she's not a daughter to me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like a mother to her, but like
Your auntie. It's like auntie.
I'm a woman figure in her life. I'm a woman figure. So
So then you por
she
favor.
was leaving the other day and she's like, I'm playing chess, not checkers. I said, oh my gosh, not you stealing my lines. Not you stealing my lines. It's my line. I'm playing chess, not checkers.
She,
And
I
she holds the
say
door open for people. She holds the door open. She gives
yes.
compliments to other women.
She does
I
that
love
too.
that. I love that.
She tells people that they're you look so pretty. She tells me every day that I look beautiful. And let me tell you something. That's all I need. My baby thinks I'm beautiful. That I'm
It's
beautiful.
that positivity of that energy is so contagious. I love it. Oh, I love it.
But her mouth, man. She called him to my.
And when do we blame her? Do we
You're
blame her? Because
actually
I got a mouth on me.
beautiful.
I might you
Thank
might got
you.
a mouth on you.
She caught on to this thing because I'm like, Jesus Christ, and she goes, Jesus Christ. I'm like, girl, how?
They mimic. That's why it's like when kids act the way they do, it's like we have no one to blame but ourselves. We have no one.
I just don't know where she gets this like temper tantrum. Like I know she got her mouth from me. Like she makes her
Well, she's a
opinion very well
kid.
known.
She's a kid. She's
Okay,
trying to figure out her emotions. Like when you say like you're even at this age, like your mama. What do you call her? Mama what?
Mama Leslie.
Mama Leslie, she calms you down. It's like we all need to emotionally regulate ourselves, and we put a lot of pressure on the kids. But it's like, dang, we're adults, and me personally, I'm just getting to the point. But also, when you said you don't put your hands on her, I love that because when I think of violence in my family, I think of my Ellie's dad, who's my cousin. We're not close because we have an 8-year age difference, and he used to beat the crap out of me, beat the crap out of me all the time. And I shoved him once back at 16. I'm like, you're done touching me. 24 and I'm 16, you're done touching me. You're done. And imagine if I let that relationship stop me from being close with his daughter. I love his daughter. It's not just his daughter. That's Ellie. She's her own person. She
Yep.
and I don't put my hands on her. I don't. There's been moments where she's been a brat, and my aunt's like her grandma is my aunt, and I was like, she's like, put her in her place. I said, no, I'm gonna give her some time,
This
and I will talk
I'm gonna
about it. We will talk. I'm
she's
not
gonna come up.
normalizing that. I'm not normalizing the violence because then I thought it was okay, and it's not okay. It's not. You become an
I
adult and like you will literally go to jail. I can't afford jail.
It has to be really bad for me to feel like I need to do that pop. I've popped her a couple of times, but it's because it was really
And I'm
bad.
not here
But
to judge
I
parents. I'm
don't,
not a parent. I'm not here
and
to
but
judge.
I don't go like swing my hand back. I'm like, she slammed her door. I told her I'm gonna take your door off the hinges. You won't slam the door again. And it's just I refuse to be, and I love my mother despite our situation. I love my mom. She's my only living parent, which is why it really hurts. Like she feels the need to cut me out of her life because I don't engage in petty behavior. I would call it that.
I felt that.
that could disrupt somebody's life completely. Um,
You are who you
but
hang out with too. If you hang out with a bunch of pettiness, you will become petty. I hate that saying, but it's so true. You are who you hang out with.
yeah, birds of a feather.
I
I
hate it. I hate it, but it's so true. God, it's so true. I hate it.
But that's why I left Brunswick County because I got tired of being put into a stigma and being around that constant, you know how Brunswick County is.
Small town drama.
Everybody is in everybody's business.
Hmm.
I I really came to Wilmington because my ex at the time moved here and that was our chance to cuz he lived in Winston, really outside of Winston before and I was down here and I wanted us to be able to work things out, but I told you how that turned out, and everybody, all my listeners know how that turns out. And one of the girls that he cheated on me with, she's actually coming on the podcast too, and I can't
Oh,
wait.
cool. Welcome. Not me for the
And
record. Not me. It wasn't me.
no, it wasn't her.
It was this
We
girl.
gotta
Have you seen
we
her?
we're working on the schedule and stuff, but like I know why he liked her so much. Me and her are so much alike, except for one thing she doesn't have a kid. And,
No, and
you
you don't
know,
you have his kid? Isn't it his kid?
no.
Oh, okay,
Her
okay. Making I
dad,
was
I don't know.
I
We
feel
were
like
only
I feel like
together
we
for
talked
10
about
months.
I feel like we talked
Her
about her dad
dad
for a
left the
little bit.
country 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and didn't tell us. So there's been a
But
little bit of a
vice versa, when you think about and it's human nature to compare in a situation like that. But a lot of, and this is coming from someone with no kids, a lot of guys look at a single mother, and think, that's more stability. She'll take things more seriously. She's got snacks.
yeah.
Like, she's gonna be on a schedule. She's on her shit with having a single parent. So, like, I know
It's
there's
a
gonna be moments where you're
flex.
gonna, yeah, I know there's gonna be moments where you're gonna criticize yourself and be like, man, did
I
he like her
do.
because she doesn't have that? Oh, it's so human nature. It's so natural. But I'm here to tell you, it can
Well,
go
he
both
told
ways.
me he didn't see a future with me because he didn't want to be a stepdad, which was crazy to me because I don't know,
You knew I
like
had a kid coming into this.
that
She's not
too.
new
I
here. She's
told
not
him
new.
that the night we met. At the time I had a 4-year-old. And not just that, like he's a child of divorce and his mother remarried and his stepdad stepped in where his dad wasn't there and it just blew my
Normalize
mind.
divorce. Normalize divorce. People make it sound like divorce is such a negative thing. I'm proud of people that are in something bad.
Exactly.
It's not working, and then move on. I'm proud of them. I'm
Yeah.
so proud.
And but the fact that he had a stepdad who stepped in when his dad wasn't there and then he's saying, "Well, I don't want to be a stepdad. I want to have my own family." Like,
That is your family. That is, if you want it to be. If you're like, if he wants it, life's a bunch of excuses. Everyone's a bunch of excuses. He's
yeah,
full of shit. He's full of shit. No offense, hun, if you're watching this. Love you, wish you the best. But like, it's just excuses at the end of the day.
he
That's
probably,
bullshit.
honestly, the only episode I think he'll listen to is if
You,
he gets wind of Macy being on. Because she and I became friends after the fact. I love a girl's girl. I
oh,
love
I
it.
love girls. I'm a self-proclaimed girls girl.
Then you're going to
Mhm.
love this.
Yes.
So, the night of my birthday, well, the night we went out for my birthday, my friend, Mama Leslie's son, he was with us. And I was still kind of like upset about the whole thing. And I was like telling him about Macy. And he asked me what her last name was, and I told her, because, honey, I'm an FBI agent. I will find everything and anything out. And I figured it out. And he's like, Candice, she's on my Snapchat. And like, I was going on about all the things that she had supposedly said. And he messaged her later on that week, actually a couple days later. And he's like, hey, I really feel like you need, or do you know a guy named dot dot dot, and she's like, oh, that fucking asshole. And he said, well, I think you need to have a conversation with my friend Candice because she was with him during that time. And she asked him for my number, and instead she texted me. She goes, hey, I don't know if you want to talk to me or not. My name is, and I feel like we need to have a conversation about a fucking asshole named dot dot dot. And she and I were on the phone for an hour, and she was figuring out that I was still in the picture. See, he lied to me and he told me, well, I didn't meet her until after I ended it.
These
I
men
didn't
are
meet her.
so full of shit. They're so full of shit.
Yes. She said,
People in general, I don't want to say I'm not a man hater, but people in general are full of shit, especially these men.
yeah. And the thing, they get mad when their wives catch up to them. But
Oh yeah,
we
I
had a
hate a
lot of
liar. I hate a
conversations.
liar.
I was at his house Saturday night because I would come rescue him when he was blackout drunk. I was at his house Saturday night. I would leave like Sunday afternoon, and then he'd have her over Sunday night. Like the night after I was there, she was there. So he was both of us. And then he told me that she said all this mean shit about me, said that I was probably sleeping around and da 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 da, that I
He's
probably gave him an
projecting. He's
STD,
projecting. Yeah.
probably gave him an STD, and then said that she said that he gave it to her and da 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 da. So you know what I did after he told me that? I went to the doctor and I got tested and I screenshot it and I said, "Ain't nobody got nothing for me." But she and I had this whole conversation because she's like, "No, that's not what happened." She said I was figuring out because I was still finding blonde hair everywhere, and the way he made it seem was like my blonde hair just hung around, but that wasn't the case.
As women, we need to trust our intuition more. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we long for explanations, and you wanna believe him so bad. You want to believe him. You don't want to let go, but it's like
I never
that
thought he would
intuition
actually
is
lie to
calling.
me.
That intuition. No one knows why. And the great Cat Williams said, "No one knows why liars lie. That's why they're liars." I hate liars. Can't stand that shit. Because like, what do you? Number one, that's weird as shit. Number two, what are you hiding? Like, what? I feel like when you're lying, you're hiding something. Number three, who are you? Like, who are you lying to? You're lying to yourself. You're not.
Well,
Yeah,
Deidra,
yeah. I hate liars, dude. I can't stand that shit. I'm not.
what
I
makes
pride
it
myself on not being a liar.
this, I don't know, this might make you mad.
90% of the time.
What
Ninety
made
percent.
it worse is that during that time when we were together and all this was going on, he would call me every day. Did you go to the gym? What'd you eat today? Did you drink water? And then I'd have to tell him by like Saturday. He'd be like, so did you lose any weight this week? And I had ended up starving myself because I didn't want to disappoint him in my weight loss. I was literally skipping meals in order to lose that weight so that I could say, hey, I lost 4 more pounds or 3 more pounds. Oh my gosh, so far I'm at 13 pounds. I lost like 50 pounds between September and March.
Is he a personal trainer?
No, see, he was bigger
I
and
hate
then he
personal
lost.
trainers.
No, he was bigger and then he had lost a lot of weight. And so, and then he said this whole, well, once you lose weight, you're going to have excess skin, right?
Why can't
Like,
we? Why do we normalize talking about weight loss so much? Like, why do we talk about that? Like, we need to put that in the same category as religion and politics. Like, let's not talk about weight anymore. Like, not me and you, but I'm saying society.
in
Society. We
society
normalize
is
talking about weight so much.
because like all you see is Ozempic and all that stuff. When I'm scrolling, that's all I see. And I'm like, well, damn. Like,
And
I love
and
going to the gym.
while
I
we're on the
love working
subject,
out.
dude, it's been such a great for my so great for my mental. Oh my god, my mental man. I've lost 30 pounds recently. I avoid the scale because like I'm not it. I get easily discouraged, and I've learned to work with my emotions, not against them. And I get easily discouraged, so I stopped standing on the scale. But I did when I was in Ohio because there was a moment where Ellie stepped on it, and she's like, here, you get on it now. And I was like, I was hesitant. I was scared for a moment. I was like, I don't want to, disappoint myself. But I'm like, no, it's okay. It's a fun moment. And I got, I'm like, y'all lost 30 pounds. Hey, because I found that peace too. And it was for me. You can't do it for anybody else. You can't do it for anybody else besides yourself. But
And
like,
my
no,
current and I'm currently working on my weight loss, but I'm doing it my way at my pace in order to keep
it's
myself from
another
going back into
patient
that
thing.
hole. Yeah, and though, like if I go to the gym, which I love going to the gym, I love working out, I love feeling a burn. Now, granted, sometimes I have to be careful because I tore a rotator cuff in this shoulder a long time ago, and sometimes I get these like flare ups, I guess, where it hurts, especially like when the seasons start changing. And
Mhm.
then I had that back surgery. I had a 52-gram
Same.
lipoma. Well, yeah, we talked about that. That 52
Mhm.
gram lipoma, and I asked the fact that I had to ask my doctor this because of society today. I asked him, I was like, "Is it because I'm fat?" And he goes, "Candice, you're not even fat. Like you,
I'm so glad some doctors being nice. Thank God, because like these doctors are kind of
oh,
harsh sometimes. But sometimes I like a good criticism, and sometimes I'm like, yo, chill out. Chill out.
For a while there, I thought he was hitting on me because, excuse me, don't vape, it makes you cough. Um, because he was like, "Oh, that's right, you're moving to Wilmington. I hope to see you around." And like, he knew who I was when I walked in, and the fact that I don't know, there's some other conversations that happened in there, but here recently, I think I've had some of the best doctors. Bro, my gynecologist, we're on a first name basis, and
I
he
having a good doctor is priceless. I love having a good doctor.
she is the hungriest child in the world. And that back to what we
I
were talking
don't
about
blame
earlier.
her. I don't blame her.
I have to watch myself because I made a comment. I said, "Girl, you was getting chunky on me," and I was like, "Oh, Candice, you got to
Take it
stop
back,
saying
take it
that."
back, take it back. And it's good. That's
So
such a good self reflection moment. I'm glad that you're catching yourself. I've been catching myself doing stuff too. So that's good. At least you know better. You're
I
acknowledging it.
I am not afraid to call myself out, and I think
You
that
gotta
comes
be
with like the
real.
confidence thing too. Is not having that fear to call yourself out, to admit when you're the problem,
On my self
and what
reflection journey, I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, and I had this weekend even with my mom. I'm like, dude, are you ready for the problem? Are you ready? Because my families treat me like I'm kind of like a prophet because like I'm
you
breaking
be
these
preaching,
generational
girl.
curses. Yeah, I be preaching. I say dropping some gems. I'm dropping some gems. You gotta
Oh,
listen
I
by the
like
gems.
that.
You like that?
I
Yeah, I'll
like
be here all night.
that.
Yeah. And I was like, are you ready for the problem? Are you ready? A lot of people are not ready for it. Are you ready?
Un
You
momento,
gotta
por
look in the
favor.
mirror. You gotta look in the mirror, man. Sometimes I'm the problem. I've done that all year with myself, and that's why I'm down 30 pounds. That's why I'm smiling. That's why my finances are getting better in order. That's why my relationships are better. My body's better. Oh my gosh, I've had to be so real with myself, and it is so hard to be honest with yourself and to point out your flaws. And we all have, I
The
fuck up every day. Every day I fuck up.
the way I've decided to go about it instead of being the problem is encouraging things like let's go walking. And she also watches me, and that made me like recognize some things in myself
Hello.
and
Hello.
my
Are you
diet,
leading by example? Are you? Yeah.
and so like I have my like Amazon wish list, and it's things that I plan on like getting later on because one income household, I'm doing everything I
Hey,
can.
I have a wish list too. I have a wish list too.
And
And
when
we always
things,
want something. We always want something as society too, and as people. We're slaves of consumerism. But it makes those moments where I'm broke make me appreciate everything I have. I've got beautiful stuff already. But I had the same conversation with my aunt recently. One of my aunts in Ohio, right when I'm about to leave, and I'm like, we're talking. She's telling me how my little cousin, her daughter, she's 19, 20. She's like, some her weight. And I'm like, why are we always talking about people's weight? Like, why? And she's like, yeah, I told her we're going to start going to the gym and eating healthy and I'll invite her to the gym. And then she'll tell me she doesn't feel like it. And I said, do you still go? Do you still go to the gym? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Do you still go to the gym? She's like, yeah. No, don't lie to me, baby. You're lying to yourself. Are you still going to the gym? You're the parent. Are you buying the healthy food? You say we're going to start eating healthy. Are you preparing healthy meals? Don't put so much pressure on someone else. You got to take some accountability, and you got to. It's gonna hurt. Ready? Oh, the truth hurts. You got to lead by example. You got to. It hurts. The truth hurts. Oh yeah,
I want to get
yeah.
her like some of those like half-pound dumbbells, and then like me and her go outside and we do workouts together. I had her
Mm-hmm.
downstairs. Um, thank God we're in a house now because God, if we were still in my apartment, the whole building would have been shaking. I had her down there doing showing her how to do jumping jacks, and I was doing it with her. And I also have recognized that I have psoriatic arthritis, and it's actually starting to get worse. More specifically in my
Ouch.
ankles. I'm not going to do the chemo. I'm not going to put none of that stuff into my body. The first step of
Is it cancer?
getting better. No,
Is it
it's not
chemo?
like it's a type of chemo that they'll give you, like Humira and stuff like that. It's a type of chemo,
And
and
before that is an option. But before you get to that, what's the other options? Like, can you do holistic? Can you do stuff for
that's what I'm
your
going to
like you do
do.
pet center and stuff?
I'm doing
Yes.
it my way first. I'm going to work on my diet. I'm going to work on my exercise because the more weight I lose, it's less pressure on my ankles. I have the psoriatic arthritis and it's mostly in my ankles. I have it in my hands too, but not as bad. Um, I type a lot at my job and I type a lot for this podcast. And, I am doing hand exercises all the time to like break my hands from it. I'm telling you right now, Deidre, I am going to get myself through this before I take the next step and take the steroids, take the chemotherapy regimens that they want. It's it goes from daily to weekly to monthly shots. I don't want to do those shots. I don't want to do all that stuff. I want to do it my own healthy way, and I can. I know I can. I am
You
capable of
can.
anything that I put in front of myself. Deidre, what did
Hello.
I tell you after you and I talked at the coffee shop? Do you remember when I messaged you? What our conversation did to me?
I think you said it made you you said you felt better already or some shit.
And I was inspired. Do,
Thank you.
do you know how much I have been putting so much research into the things that you and I have talked about? Because I refuse
Good.
to allow myself or anybody else limit me and what I can do.
No one can limit you but yourself. And life is all about how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? If you want it, anything else will be an excuse. Because you're talking about the pain you're going through. Girl, I feel you, and we've talked about this. They told me for my knee, I've got a bad knee right now. It's like they told me the next step is either physical therapy or surgery. And I've talked to people that have had knee surgery and their knee is still bothering them. It still hurts. And I've already had back surgery and cancer, thyroid cancer, my throat cut. And it's like I don't want any more unnecessary surgery unless I can help it. And I've even right now, I feel myself right now leaning toward my right side. I've had to reshape my center of balance. I've had to work on myself and my physical health and dude, the mental, bro, that mental health is just as important as that physical health, because I've noticed how much stress I hold in my body, how it's just
Yeah.
stored inside of me. And that's how I've got to the point where I'm losing all the weight and stuff. And like it's not because I don't love myself. I love myself so much to where I'm
You
going and
want
all
to do
sizes.
it.
I'm gorgeous right now. And yeah, it's cuz I want to do it, and it's cuz I want to be more active and I want to be able to play around my nephew, my cousin stuff. There's moments where I would go to the gym with Ellie and I would feel myself being annoyed with her. I'm like, we need to do organized workouts. Like, come on, like putting it onto her when I don't even really have my workouts organized. And the gym stresses me out, and I was letting my stress pour out onto her, and I caught myself. I'm like, shit, my bad, my bad. So it's like I said again, looking in the mirror and then knowing why we're doing it, why we're doing this. We're doing it for ourselves, but also for the other people around us. And even when we pick partners, me personally, my friend Manny, shout out Manny, he told me he's like, you attract the people on the same level as you. I'm like, oh, ow, ow, it
Ouch.
hurts. The
Oh
truth,
God.
oh, it hurts. Oh, the truth fucking hurts, man. That's why people aren't ready to look in the mirror because that fucking hurts. The truth
That
hurts,
hurts and
man.
I don't want to say I'm sprung, but like there is a person who I hold so dearly to me. And I'm telling you, if they were to tell me today, like, I'm ready to lock this down, hands down. But I have to also remind myself, like, is that really good for me? Because I know the stress that I've been through, and I
Are
do
you
love this
ready?
person.
It's like, are you ready too? Like in this journey. Me personally, when I went to Ohio, I've used this as a good excuse to start a celibacy journey. I've been celibate for 2 weeks now. But granted, I was on my period one week. But like, I've not ever been without sex, and that I know it sounds terrible, like or however people want to take it. But
This is
and
the
my
longest
friend,
I've
my
been
my
without it in a long time.
I
Two
have no
months,
problem. I have no problem getting. God, I want to get there. I want to
almost
get there.
three.
I have no problem having sex. I have no problem finding a nice man to get to share their. I like to say share their body with me. Share it. But the way I view sex is I view it as like a hit of a cigarette or a glass of wine. It's like a release for me. It's not as sharing my body a beautiful moment. No, I view sex as I view relationships as very scary, negative things, and I'm working on that.
I think that I've
But
gotten
yeah,
to the
dude,
point
I'll be
where
celibate. I'll be celibate.
I stole this from you, and I now apply this to sex. My presence is a present.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you told me that, it's really stuck in my mind. And
It
I've
is.
actually used a line as, what did I tell? I told somebody, hold on. You're gonna love this. What did I say to him?
Oh, give it to me. I love a good gem. Throw a gem.
Let's see. I said, hold on, I'm so sorry.
Do you journal too? Oh, oh, girl, I don't care. You're good.
No, I'm going through a
I
message. I
I had to
save
journal some good
everything.
lines too. Also on my health people ask me what my health goals are, and my goal is to change my life. Like I want to change my lifestyle. And on this journey, I have not restricted myself from any certain type of food. I give myself it when I want it, but I started counting
You
my
can't deprive
proteins.
yourself because then you binge.
Absolutely, and I'm such a binge eater. I'm such a I put a vocabulary behind things that helps me cope and like deal with things, and in communication with people, it really helps. I'm a volume eater. I need something I can eat in volume that's not going to make me feel like crap.
What
I'm
did
eating
I
right now. I'm pulling
say?
out. I got some M&Ms earlier. I haven't had any in a little while.
I had chocolate cake for breakfast, so
I had a I had. That's why I'm like, yo, even losing weight. I had like 2 chicken nuggets for breakfast, and then I went and got a venti iced chai with matcha cold foam.
I've never had chai.
I love chai. I got that day with you. Yeah, I got the minty chai. Oh, that was so good too. I love
What did
chai.
I get? The salty dino?
Mm-hmm. It's like tea. It's like a type of tea. Chai is. I'm a tea girl.
Wait, I said access to me is a privilege, so therefore I like to know that somebody's earned that privilege.
And I can't wait.
Sorry,
I
what am
can't
I
wait
gonna
to view
say?
sex like that. I can't wait to view sex like that because that's how my that's how my friend told me. My friend told me he's been like celibate for like 9 months. I'm like, how? Attractive man. I'm like, how? He's like, he's like, I don't think everyone deserves me. I said, I agree. I so agree with my energy, with my presence, but I don't view sex like that. I view it as a treat, as a release. And I'm trying to work on the way I view sex. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not even done with my healing journey. I'm at the end of steps 9 out of 10 though. In my own
I'm
little
trying to.
head. I'm not even keeping track. It's just in my own head, girl. It's a party. People are like, what's going on in your head? It's a party in here, girl. It's a party.
Oh, there's a TikTok I need to send you. You're gonna love it. You'll love it. I
And I'll send you TikToks of the videos I watch. I watch a lot of therapy videos to get here.
I
A
followed
lot of
you,
therapy
by the
videos.
way.
Good, good. I'll go find you. I
I
gotta work on my
know.
relationship with social media.
I do too.
I've got to work on
I
it because I
my
get
problem.
criticism. With the love comes hate too,
Yes,
and I'm sensitive.
that and I use social media to do my snooping, and then I get super insecure when I find what I was looking for in the first place.
That's why I don't snoop because you will find what you're looking for. I don't go through people's phones. No one's going through my
I've
phone.
never done that.
I'll go through people's phone because if you're going through it, you know what's up. You know what's up. We know. We don't want to believe it. With my ex, I tried to keep him along because I wanted him to say something to fix it. And while I was waiting, I wanted him to. Sometimes you can't fix it.
I
Sometimes you
with
can't say
my
nothing.
my ex did like had
Walking
his
away is hard.
notifications turned off all the time.
Hmm.
Why did I not register that as a red flag?
You're getting
Like
there. You're getting there. Yes, that's good shit though. It's good shit because you can blame him all you want, but then it's like, damn, what part did I play in
I
this? What did I let
I
slide
let
to get here?
I let him manipulate. Okay, go over there and sit down. Sorry.
That's real
She
stuff,
was
though. You
getting
said you
she was
allowed him
getting
to manipulate you. You allowed it.
he
That's real
so
shit. That's real shit. Good job. Good job. You're getting there, dude. Getting there.
when I would reach out to certain friends, like, and I didn't get the responses that I needed, or they were taking too long, I would take that personal, and I would just vent to him, and I was like, so and so, I asked them about this, this, and this. Well, if they're not responding, then you just need to cut them off. And what he was doing is every person,
Isolating you. He's isolating you.
yes,
And all this grace we give
hot,
men,
take your
why
shirt
can't we
off.
give it to our friends? All this grace we give these men, we need to give it to our friends. Girl power.
Literally,
Hmm.
literally. I feel like I don't know. It's something that's like hardwired in our brain to. I don't know. We don't want to believe what we
It's
expect the
internal
worst.
misogyny, and we've watched this cycle over the years because we didn't always have the same rights as women. We didn't, and it's that cycle. But like you don't know until you know, but we know now. We know. I've had to look my cycle in the eyes. That's why I'm breaking the cycle by not hating my mom. She resented her mom. I refuse to hate my mom. For me, it's not just for her and me. It's for me too because
I
I'm
think the
breaking that
reason
cycle.
And now that you say that, I think the reason why I love people and give people so like these chances is because my mom is so hardened and just shuts herself off to people. And I don't want to do that. Like to me, that's just I don't want to be a hateful person. I am not a hateful person by any means. And I
I dropped you. Sorry. Where
it's okay.
am I? Where are you
It's
at? You can talk him.
it's just I don't hold grudges like that. Some things I do, like my ex, I hold grudges because I mean the manipulation was psychological abuse. He emotionally abused me, dismissed the way I felt, and then there's the physical and the sexual abuse that came along with it. You know, Deidre, let me ask you a question. Can you honestly say that there were men that you've had sex with that you did not want to have sex with that they made you feel obligated to have sex with
Oh yeah,
in your life?
yeah. Oh yeah,
That's how it was with
definitely.
my ex. Like I didn't really want to, and then
It's
there
kind
were
of a
things
defense.
that
It's kind of a defense thing too, as women. Like it's like a we're trying to keep ourselves safe because it's like if we say no, like how will they react? We're scared of their reaction.
but what people don't realize is that if anything that's not wanted during and it keeps happening, that is sexual abuse. And it took
That's tough. God, that's
conversations
tough.
with
God, that's tough.
people. Yeah. How many
My friend
there
Manny asked me. He said I never realized that what women go through with stuff like that. And he said one of his friends that are females asked him. She said ask the girls in your life, ask the women in your life, how many times they feel like they had to do it and they didn't want to. And he said he stopped after asking the second person. He said he had to stop. He's like that was intense. I'm like oh yeah, oh yeah, it's different.
it's a real thing.
As we want it, we're asking for it. When even in the moment, if someone says no, you gotta stop. And my anxiety is peaking even thinking about that because I deal with shit like that. It sucks.
And
It's real.
that's like a little bit of the things that I went through. And one of the things on my, you know, healing journey and changing the way things are done is I thought, I guess deep down, not consciously, I didn't think, but subconsciously, I felt like when I would meet these guys, talk to them for a little while, and then I'd finally meet them, I felt like in order for them to like me or want to keep talking to me, because we would have a great conversation, I felt like I had to have sex with them.
I just got there, Candice, in my healing journey. I just got there, and it's so real. Because I was seeing this guy, and I told him I want to go on dates. I want to be courted. I want flowers. I want romance, but I also want a lot of other things. I want it all. Honestly, I want it all, and I'm patient because
I've
I'm
never
getting
been
there.
bought flowers before.
I buy myself flowers at least once a month, if not once a week. But no, but the only time I bought flowers, the only time someone bought me flowers, my ex, once I caught him cheating on me, and I got beautiful bouquets all the time delivered to me, and I couldn't enjoy them because they're I'm sorry flowers, not just because flowers. Yeah, no, this guy recently I was dealing with. I told him I want to go on dates. I want to chill and stuff. Are we even dealing with each other? He was getting what he wanted. I was getting I was not getting what I wanted, and that's why it's okay as women for us to get what we need to ask ourselves. What are our intentions? What do we want out of this? And if we're not getting what we want, we got to be comfortable enough to walk away. We'll find attention. It's not hard to get attention. It's not hard to get male
Make
attention.
make your intentions known. One thing that I get so frustrated.
But also, this was what I had to take accountability for. I told him I want to go on dates. He said, okay, cool. But he would invite me over at midnight and I'd come over. Whose fault is that? Is that his? Because I told him, or is that mine? Because I'm not enforcing my boundaries. Boundaries have been a major thing for me. Oh
That
God,
was
boundaries
me
changed my life.
driving from
Boundaries changed
Sunset
my life.
Beach to Wilmington Saturday nights when we both know what goes on here on Saturday nights, drinking, partying, clubbing, all that stuff. I could have very well got myself into a sticky. I did get myself into a sticky situation once. I was surrounded by cops because they pulled up on a guy at the gas station, guns drawn, and I'm sitting here
Guns?
surrounded by yes,
Uh-uh.
honey. That was my culture shock to Wilmington that day, or that night. It was on a Saturday night. I was at the gas station. I was out door dashing. Okay,
I just
pulled into
stopped
the gas.
DoorDashing. I just stopped DoorDashing. I love DoorDashing. We talked about
I
that, yeah. I love DoorDashing.
Yeah, it was like when them. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning when people are just getting out of the club because that's a good time to make money. Is when people are getting
That's
out
why
of the club.
that's why I pushed back our time again because I was out getting stuff done And I'm like, oh, there's an incentive, extra $2 an order. I'm like, yeah, let's push it back to the time you said. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I
And
think
that's
I'm gonna
totally
make some money.
okay.
And it worked
I
out. It's okay.
but next thing I know, like I see this can I say that? This vehicle pull in, and then I see like these two like sports cars pull and park behind me, like they backed in. I was like, what the hell is going on? Next thing I know, there's one, two, three, four, five cops lined up behind me. I can't get out. If I back up, I'm backing into a police car. And next thing I know, I'm like looking because I'm nosy as shit. I'm sitting here looking like, what the
I
fuck
mean,
is going
shit, you got to
on?
be nosy. I'm trying to figure out what's going on too. Like
Yeah.
a
They come
situation like
out, guns
that.
drawn, get the fuck out of the car. Get out of the car, put your hands up. And I'm like, oh shit. They coming in like SWAT over here.
And it's
Oh
like,
my
yes,
gosh, it's like
officer.
live
Yes, Mr.
PD first
Officer.
person.
Hey. I
I
start
was just sitting
flirting. I'm
there,
like, hey, hey.
hey, no, I was like this. I was like,
I'd
I'm
be
not
like,
in my
hey,
car.
me, hey. I had to stop putting myself in situations like that too. The last
I
car
just,
accident I got in, because I'm a I smoke a degange. I smoke a degange. I partake in the devil's lettuce. But I told myself after one of the last car accidents I got in, and mind you, it wasn't because of that I got in that car accident. It was not because of it, but I told myself, God, what am I learning from this? What am I learning? That's how it changed my life this year. What am I learning from what I'm going through? And I'm like, I'm not having any alcohol or any bud in the car ever, ever. I'm not, because if I ever get pulled over, I can't have that anxiety beating me up that like I'm doing something wrong. I need to know I'm in the right.
so
It's changed my life.
you know the crowd I used to run with. And the people don't believe me. Like, I used to run with a very rough crowd.
Oh,
And
my friends from Greenville are so surprised that I was like mildly kind of ghetto, you know? Yeah. Sorry, tough word, but yeah. No, yeah, I was rough, girl, rough.
same.
But I had to change up my crew. I had to change up who I was around, and I did.
I
And I'm
remember
proud of
being in the
that.
car with my mom and two other people, and the person in the front passenger seat passed my mom a bag and said, can you open this? I wasn't paying attention. And then he turned around and he's like, hey, can you open this? And I pull out my phone and I turn a flashlight on and I started opening. I said, oh shit, this is fucking crack.
Crack,
Yes, honey.
crack. Oh no, oh no.
And
I don't think I've ever seen crack in person.
the only reason why I knew what it was because my mama, when I back in the day, she was bad off on crack. Started out with
Shut
cocaine.
up!
Went,
I did
yeah,
not know your mom was an addict, a former addict. Oh my god, she's former.
yeah. She's only relapsed once. I mean,
Oh my god, yeah.
she's still Bob Marley reincarnate,
It's
but like,
hard. It's hard to break an addiction. So, God, that's hard. Holy shit, I didn't know that was like that,
but
girl.
well, the
Damn.
abuse that I went through with her, like when she was physically like throwing me down the stairs, raging and shit, was when she was coming down and she didn't have weed to mellow her out. So she would be raging
We're
and,
all addicted.
you know,
We're all addicted. It's just different things. We're all addicted, dude. Me and Diet Coke. Diet
cherry
Coke, I love
Pepsi or cherry
you. I
Coke,
love you.
really.
I
I
love
like
to do
cherry
half
Coke.
diet. I do half Diet Coke, half like cherry Pepsi, or half like vanilla Coke or whatever. I call it, or I would do Dr. Pepper, half Diet Coke, half Dr. Pepper. I call it skinny Dr. Pepper because it's like half the calories.
Oh,
Yeah, you like that?
that's smart. That's
Right?
smart.
Yeah.
We switched because I'm trying to cut soda because, like, I feel like soda, you know, a lot of people don't realize like different things cause you to gain weight in different areas, and soda will bloat you so bad. And I feel like,
I think there's sodium in it too. Let me see. Yeah, there's
yeah,
70 milligrams sodium. Like, there's a lot of salt too. Me and my friend were talking about salt. How salt is really bloats your face and stuff.
and well,
Mhm.
I don't know if you've noticed, even since I've met with you, I've greatly reduced. I'll have one once in a while, and I was drinking like the sparkling waters to kind of give me that fizzy like sensation that I'm drinking a soda.
Mhm.
And at first it was a struggle, like for all the headaches. Oh my gosh, coffee is still like my bestie. Love coffee. Will always love coffee. Will
I've
always
had a
drink
coffee
coffee.
today and a Diet Coke. Yeah.
And
I feel like we do have to enjoy life a little bit too, but it's whatever works for you, you know.
that's why I have my one once in a while. But as long as I'm not doing like I used to, like I would drink them every day. Honey, I used to keep like the cans, the 12 pack of cans in the refrigerator, and I'd clear that out in like two and a half days, give or take. I take,
I would too if I keep it. And I'm working on, you know, talking about eating disorders at the beginning of this. I never put vocabulary behind my eating habits. I've 100% have an eating disorder. 100%. I can't keep that stuff in the fridge or I will devour it. I will. I'm bad. But
and
I
I
have to
went through
acknowledge
that
it.
too, though. I would
I'll
binge
acknowledge
and
it.
then purge. And then people don't realize when you go through bulimia, because I would feel so guilty about what I ate or what I drank, and I'm like, I gotta get it out of my system. I gotta get it up.
Oh, you're
It kills
bulimic?
your. I struggled with it for a long time. I'm
Oh
okay
my
right
God,
now.
Candice. Oh my God.
I was
Oh my God, I
borderline
didn't know
anorexic.
that. Wow.
I'll
What a
have to send you the
combo.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
so
would
bad for your
starve
teeth. I
myself,
hate throwing
and
up. Personally, I hate throwing up. I hate it.
well, I would starve myself so bad, and then when I'd finally eat, I'd fucking like binge, and then I'm like feeling miserable and like gross, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get fat from this, and I would just go make myself throw up. Now, when I was pregnant with Charlotte, so I dealt with that in high school and some in college, and a little bit when you and I first met, I was, teetering on the edge, here and there, okay. But when I got pregnant with Charlotte, I had HG, which I was sick from like the first symptom, like I was like a week
Oh, when you're
after I,
pregnant?
yeah,
My
up
sister's
until
really
like
sick with being pregnant too. Yeah.
halfway through to my third trimester, I barely ate. I lost 35 pounds my first trimester, probably
I've
more
heard a
than
lot of
that.
women that first trimester is intense.
And
I've heard
it
it.
killed my molars. Like, I already have one molar that had to get pulled because of it. Like, I'm about to lose, like, all my molar. Some men might find it beneficial. It was a bad joke.
I was like, fuck how they feel. Fuck them.
But I'm going to have to get, like, the rest of my molars, taken out because this one right here is starting to crumble. And my teeth are, like, such a big insecurity for me. Like, I am, and it's not like I
I feel
don't
that.
take care of them. Like, I am brushing and I am flossing. Every time I eat, I floss. After,
Uh, normalize
after,
dental, like more with some good dental hygiene. Normalize it. Come on, men. Come on, men. And people, men. Normalize some good dental hygiene. I'm insecure about my teeth too. Mine aren't too bad, but like we're our own worst critics. Like I know my front teeth are chipped. Like they have a little chip right in the from where I got in a bike accident before. But and my teeth will hurt sometimes because I didn't floss as much growing up. That's why I'm trying to change that onto Ellie and be like, I'm like, baby, you gotta brush your teeth. And she came to me one day. She's like, Dita, my teeth hurt, and I'm like, you're not gonna like this.
that's Charlotte
But
too.
I know I'm gonna sound like an adult right now to you, but you gotta floss. You got to brush your teeth. You got to do it.
Sorry, there's something in my contact.
Oh, I don't know if you're crying
I
because the deepness of the bulimia.
oh no, I'm okay.
Sorry, not funny, not funny at all. Like not funny. God,
It's
because there's
okay.
been moments where I make ignorant comments too, where I'm like people that have had eating disorders, and I'm like they're like, oh, I'm anorexic. I'm like lucky, and I'm like, oh, sorry, because you know it's like because the way I've struggled, but like I know that's ignorant. I know it's a little ignorant, but no,
So my family, like on my mom's side, they all have underbites, and I actually have an overbite, but I'm a bottom talker, and my bottom tooth, this one, it goes back. Like I probably, girl, don't mess up my hair. You better get that brush and fix my hair, girlfriend. Go
because I
fix
had
my
it all.
hair.
Speaking of that, I cannot find my hairbrush. I wonder if it's under my bed.
And I put a fuzz in my mouth whenever I did that. But so now, like, I noticed it more when I started making TikToks. I know,
Because we're
and
our own worst critic, girl. I'm the same way. I critique
and
the shit out of myself. That's why I haven't made TikToks in a while because I'm so insecure about it. And people are like, "Yo, you're so confident." I'm like, "Yo, I have my own insecurities, dude."
and then I have my birthmark on my upper lip. I'm getting pampered.
Lucky.
I have this birthmark above my on my upper lip, and it looks like a mustache. Honey, do you know how much concealer I take on there to try to cover it? And then
And you
people
know,
are like,
a part of me hopes you never change it because what makes us perfect are embracing our imperfections. And I'm speaking to myself when I say that too.
I just don't want
Like
people
I
thinking I
hope
got
I'm
like
not
I don't
lucid.
take care of myself. No, don't do that. Oh my god, side part. Gotta go to the side. And when you got a side part, baby, you gotta go to the side. She was trying to brush straight
Which
back.
which do you ever do middle parts too these days? Like that they're in
Hmm.
more these days. So I'll do a little middle part and wow, middle parts are nice too. I'm doing a side right now, but like oh, middle parts are nice
Hmm.
too.
I switch it up. Like I kind of just
Me too.
today
I
I
switch it
just
up.
pushed it back, and where it fell, I'm like, okay, this is where my part's gonna be. So I brushed it down. When I have long hair like yours, oh my god, I have to send you that picture. that is like my hair goal is to get like back to where I was. I had a wolf cut and I'm currently trying to grow out the wolf cut. Ladies, they look so good. Like my wolf cut was so cute. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it is a bitch to grow back because my hair is like, look at this.
What's a wolf cut?
It's like short layers, like right here, and it goes. I don't know. I'll have to send you a picture of what I
Oh,
did.
okay.
And she tried to tell me like I had severe damage from bleaching my hair, but it wasn't.
I had bad damage.
I I curled it and then I pulled it back because I don't wash my hair every day. I have
Me
very
either.
dry hair, and I can only wash my hair like twice a week.
I love washing my hair, but I can't. I don't think you're supposed to wash it every day, like
You're not.
especially for like Caucasian women. I don't think we're supposed to wash it that often. Like I do like twice a week, but when I do, I feel like a new person. I feel so good.
And my ex used to, he was like, that's disgusting, Candice. I was like, no, it's not. Like, I have
It's
dry
actually
hair.
It's actually super normal. I
Yeah.
I washed my hair. I got back into town Sunday. I washed my hair that night, straightened it, I had it straight all week. Then I put water in it and put some gel in it today. Like no, I haven't washed it yet. It's been like what 5 days. I had to work myself up to that. I'm proud of that. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, and it sounds like he just like to tear you down.
I think he was. He nitpicked everything in me.
I hate some
Everything.
nitpickers. That's why even when I catch myself, like I got my one friend, I pick on him for wearing dry fit t-shirts, and I'll make sure 'cause fun fact, I hate dry fit t-shirts. Hate dry fit t-shirts, but if he loves them, I want to make sure I don't
That
pick on him too
material.
much. I hate it. I hate it because I'm a fashion girly, and that's the epitome of trash fat. I hate dry fit. It's like a workout shirt. I hate dry fit t-shirts, but if he loves it, I don't want to keep putting down something someone else loves because that is not positive. It's not productive. So I've had to watch myself even when I joke about what other people. Because if he joked about shit, like if he joked on my crop shots too much, I'd feel some type of way. So I'd have to watch myself. I gotta make sure I watch what I say and do too. Because I don't want to exude that energy. I want to exude positive energy, productive energy.
It makes, well, like Charlotte, what I will never put her in crop tops. She does not wear, very occasionally she'll wear a two-piece bathing suit, but she
And she's a
prefers the
kid. And
one
she's a
piece.
kid. You know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want her to protect herself, but when she comes to that point in time where she's like, okay, mom, can I wear this? I'm going to have those restrictions on her, but I don't want to be hypocrite because I'm going to wear whatever I want. And I'm actually okay with the fact that she's not okay with showing her stomach and stuff. Like if her shirt goes up when she raises her hand at school, she said, "Mom, I can't wear the shirt no more. It shows my body." She's very modest, and that's okay. I am
That's
not so
okay.
much so modest, but
I like to wear what complements my body, and like even right now, like I'm wearing a crop top, like it has, but also my pants start right here, so it's like how much
I
my body my
saw that
lower stomach.
outfit on Facebook, and I was about to send you a link. I was like, "Oh my god." I forgot to heart it because I loved it. Like
Thank
I
you,
want you
thank
to
you.
come over to my house one day and like help me purge my closet, and I'm gonna
I
start
do that for fun,
buying.
girl. I love it. Well,
That's me with the organizing.
I've actually been a paid stylist a few times, and my friend's like, why don't you do that? And I was like, that is my goal. That is my end goal. Be I want to play dress up and get paid for it. That is my end goal. And like, dude, I pay someone pay me like $20 and I make them like a Pinterest board or make them a haul and stuff and pick out their clothes for them. But for me, my version of modesty is like covering up my boobs because my chest is breaking out a little bit. So that's me being comfortable. That's me because me in a t-shirt is not comfortable. Me in this is not comfortable. But also when it comes to you and your daughter, I don't have kids, so I don't like to like speak on people's parenting because we're all trying our best. So whatever works
Everybody
for you.
parents differently.
Oh my, so differently, so differently.
As long as you're not raising assholes, like I'm okay. I told her, I was like,
Hello.
listen, if somebody bullies you, you let me know because we will have a
And
problem. My
and
kids are not.
when we were talking earlier, when we were speaking earlier about people projecting their insecurities onto you, it reminds me of like that elementary like saying, of people pick on you because they're jealous of you, and that is so true. It's so true. People pick
Yeah,
on you because they're jealous of
I
the
didn't
energy
believe
I
it when I
have.
was younger.
Yeah, I know I didn't believe birds of a feather flock together either, but it is true. It's true. I didn't believe that people pick on you because they're jealous of you. It's true, but little do they know what I had to do to get here. Y'all, they think it's all peaches and rainbows and butterflies. It is because I exude that, but that's not what got me here. As hard times got me here. And please God, do not rain on my parade. My friend always asks me, what do I want in a man? I don't know sometimes, but I want someone that does not dim my shine. I shine bright, and I don't want anyone that tries to dim it. I want someone that complements it.
I posted a TikTok and I was like, the one thing that could be so attractive in a man is a man who supports every adventure or business or anything you do. A man who supports that and encourages it is so fucking sexy.
Hmm.
So sexy. And communicate with a couple of guys and I've, told them about the podcast. And I'm like, oh, you get a point because you asked me how the podcast is going. Or, they go like the podcast TikTok, which I need to start posting too. I know, guys, I know.
Hmm.
I went to the
One day at a
hospital
time.
last week. Like, y'all gotta just bear with me. But, you know, stuff like that, I'm like, that's attractive. And just being encouraging. I think people in general should be so encouraging. The girl that I was
Yeah.
telling you about, the one I said it's like that mean girl energy. I hear everything. I may not be in Brunswick County anymore, but I still hear everything, and I hear about what everybody says. And
Hmm.
baby, I'm still doing it,
Hmm.
and I'm not stopping. I told you I have goals. I have a
And
very long list of goals that I'm trying to reach.
the sky is the limit for you, and sometimes the ceiling is the limit for others. Your limit's different. So they're gonna say you can't do it because they in their world they can't do it, but that's on them. That's not on you.
But the
Mm.
thing is, I'm not them, and they're not me, and that's not how this works.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't want to be anyone else besides me. I wouldn't. No
I
matter
love
the bad days and the good.
you and I. Like, I feel like even when we had coffee, we just vibed off of each other so much. And the fact that like we were just like on that same wavelength of ambition,
I
like
love entrepreneurship.
I love like women's women, and I love like women who spark things in other women. Like, you opened my mind up to something that I hadn't even thought of, a brand of myself. And like I was doing research that night. And I
Mhm.
told you, I messaged you and I said, you inspired me. And I feel like both of us, we have so much going for us, and there is nothing stopping us at all. Your losses are not losses unless you learn from them.
It's only yes. I nothing I go through in life is a true loss if I'm learning. Like even that's been my mind, and that's the mindset shift I've had this year. Is like, what am I learning from what I'm going through? And so if you learn from it, you won't go back through it again. But unless you learn, you will continue the same shit over and over again until you're sick of your own shit. And I was sick and tired of my shit this year.
And I got sick and tired of like, I was just putting myself into these same situations and cycles. And I was
Damn.
like, I am
It
tired
hurts. It
of
hurts.
being,
The truth hurts.
yes. And it's like, I, these people are not disappointing me. I'm disappointing myself by allowing them to continue to do this to me.
And allowing them
You,
a space in my presence. My presence is a present. And it's such a present.
and I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but the success of this will be my revenge for every person who ever hurt me. And I'm not
Let
out
your
for
success
revenge.
speak for itself. Let your speak for itself.
Oh,
One of the things I
definitely.
keep, and listen, a lot of things, whatever motivates you in life, because one of the things that motivates me is I can't die before my enemies. But honestly, I really don't have enemies when we get down to it. Like I don't view I don't, they don't exist in my world. They don't, and this is my world in here. I am my own biggest enemy sometimes, but that's on me. That's on me. I don't let people really rarely phase me. Rarely. But that's another me problem. If they're phasing me, that's on me.
I have that problem letting people get to me. And that's one of the things I'm working on. You
There you go.
know,
You're working
I
on it because
just,
you know. There you go. There you go.
I've gotten
As
to
long
the
as you're
point
working
as
on it,
long as I can vent about it, just let me vent about it and then say my piece and just tell me it's going to be okay. It's
that's
just,
all you need sometimes. That's all you need. With my knee surgery recently, I think of my stepmom. Her name's Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. Love Michelle. Um, I was having a moment where I was stressed out. I'm working at my I told you I was a paid actress in Myrtle Beach doing these murder mystery dinner shows, and barely paid actress, barely paid. But I digress. But I was stressed out driving an hour and a half one way, hour and a half back to work at a job that I was bleeding money going into, and I thought I'd have to have knee surgery for my knee, and I've got bills to pay, and I was venting to my stepmom, and she's like, "We'll make it happen if you have to have knee surgery. Something like you will be okay." Now, Candace, are they responsible for my $1,500 a month plus bills? No, they're not. But just hearing it will be okay, just that's all I needed in that moment. That's all I needed. And then I've got my shit back since then. And
I
sometimes that's all you
have
need to hear. It's going to be okay, man. I've started
I
whispering it to
have that person
myself.
too,
I had to whisper to
where
myself, it's going to be okay.
you stress about it, and then if you have that safe spot where they're like, it's okay, like, girl, okay, I'm gonna be transparent. I didn't have gas to get to the hospital last week when I needed to go to the hospital, but there are people
We're
in my
all one
life
paycheck away. We're all one paycheck away,
who
dude.
who made a way for me to get to the hospital.
And that
But
is your village. That's your village. You got to pour into them and they pour into you.
and I make sure, like, the minute I got paid, I sent that money back because I want to show that I am dependable. So if
And
I ever need
that
it
speaks
again,
on your character. That speaks on your character too.
I can't have that
Girl,
owing in my
same.
conscience.
I,
It stresses me
I've had to
out.
work on my morality. I've had to work on my morality lately, and it makes me sleep better at night. I wake up happier in the morning for the type of person I am. I feel that same. We're all in the same boat, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. We're all. I have beautiful things, beautiful smile, beautiful stuff, or whatever, and people see it and they're like, "I've got this, but it's not as nice as yours." I did some girl's lashes the other day, and I dropped. I found out she was taking an Uber to come get her lashes done. I was like, I do Uber and Lyft on my spare time. Like, I'll take you home. And so I took her home, and I'm at her apartment, just chilling for a second. I'm like, I'm like, oh, cute place, cute place. She's like, yeah, but it's not like yours. I'm like, listen, I'm 29 years old. That girl's like 17. I'm like, you're getting there. I did not. It wasn't overnight. I worked. It did what I say. Did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. A lot, and every damn day, I pay the price every day. I just told you I just got off door dashing to get on this podcast, and I might go do it again for the rest of the night. Who knows? Who
I
knows? But
might go
like,
out too. I
I
don't
was
know
doing it
yet.
earlier. Great time at dinner time. Great time at dinner time. It was nice.
I know. I just,
I love grocery shopping for other people. I love grocery shopping.
I, I like doing Dash Mart. I don't know why.
I
I just
love
love doing
Dash
Dash.
Mart. They have stuff out there sometimes. They're like free. Take this. Take that. You ever been out there when
No,
they have that? Yes, girl.
no,
One time they have bananas. I love. Fun fact. Love bananas. They have
I
these like
don't.
it's called big. It's called like fat weird cookie. It's got a really interesting name like fat weird cookie. But it's like also like a big piece of cookie dough almost, and it says freeze me or warm me up for best results. And I warmed it up. Oh my god. One I got two because I'm greedy. So like one I froze and one I heated up. That's a good cookie. Yeah, I love Dash Mart. I love Dash Mart.
My struggle is like getting my schedule because my
It's
schedule's
tempting.
so
Mhm.
chaotic because I have a full-time job, I have a
Well, you have a
podcast,
full time job too and a kid. Yes,
and
I
I
have a
have
lot.
my
I
child,
don't.
and then I clean a house, an Airbnb here and there, and then I have to figure
We have
out.
multiple hustles. Multiple, baby. One job is too close to no jobs for me. I like to keep multiple. Girl, right after that shit with that one girl, I had a bunch of like a bit like big moments back to back to back to back to back. Those days, and that was before I went to Ohio to be a martyr for my family. And one of those days was I got fired from one of my jobs. But he was really the company was going under, and I think him firing me made him feel better. But baby, you can't bring me down. Good luck. Good luck. And I didn't let him. I politely and kindly checked him back, but that's not my original response. My natural instinct is to fuck you,
Go
short
off.
lame ass dude, go off. Yeah, like you just said you're getting sued for $1 billion, but you want to say you're firing me from something like for me lacking. No, baby, no, but don't do that to make yourself. I could said all that. I could said that, but you know I did. I looked him in the eyes and I said, I know you're getting sued, and that must be scary, and I'm sorry you're going through that. That's what I did because I've been working
That's
on my empathy,
that is
girl.
a true grown woman response.
Mm-hmm. And that was after that other shit with the girl being a mean girl to me. And that was before I had an intense talk with one of my friends, Tiana. We had a deep talk that same damn day, right after I went to her house. And we had to talk as friends, and we had to reintroduce ourselves as friends because we've been friends since we were 15, but we're both about to be 30. She just turned 30. Happy birthday, Tiana. But we had to reintroduce ourselves and to make sure I'm being a better friend. It's even today. It's her dad's first birthday since he passed away, and I made sure reached out to her, being a better friend. Who am I as a friend? Who am I as a lover? Who am I as a sister? Who am I as a daughter? And an employee? Like, who am I? Because even in those moments where people are being fucked up to me, I don't need to be fucked up back. That does not make me sleep good at night. It makes me sleep good knowing that I didn't choose those moments. That was calculated in my kindness.
That's how it should be.
But like I said, one job is too close to no job, so I keep jobs. I was not worried about a job, and I told my mom that, and she's like, "I don't know how you switch jobs so often, and you're not worried." I said, "Fuck a job, fuck them. I know my presence is a present, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. I can get jobs. I'm Deidra. Keep a job, Babson. Like, I'm not worried about that. I've learned to trust myself, and that's been part of my healing journey too. I trust myself and my decisions." And my mom was like, "Whoa, trust your like," because she thought about herself. She's like, "Trust myself to make the right decisions." I'm like, "Yeah, Barbara, you gotta trust yourself to make the right decisions." I trust myself. I know my bills get paid. I'm not worried. I paid my car payment earlier today, and guess what? In a few days, my $1 million a month rent is due. But I'm not worried about it. I know myself. I'll get it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got me.
I think that's one thing that I'm gonna do. I'm so used to having like I used to work like 80 plus hours a week. I had three jobs going plus DoorDash, and I think I'm actually getting to that point of being stir crazy. Like I'm used to like
It's about balance too. Balance.
on the go, and I'm to a point where I know I can like drop it off, but nobody wants to hire me because I can't be there till 5:30.
And that's why and then you can be calculated with the job you pick, like 5:30 p.m. And
And I
that's and
work
that's
eight
and
to five.
those are kind of some of those good moments to DoorDash, on your time, you know.
Yeah,
I love DoorDashing. I think it's fun.
Charlotte
I
wants to
mean, I
come with
make it
me, and I'm
fun.
like,
I make it fun.
oh, I listen
Charlotte
to
wants to go with
music or
you.
I talk on the phone.
Let her go
She
with you.
well,
I mean,
when
I don't know. I don't know. What do I know?
she comes and she likes being the assistant, but then there was like one night I left at night. She's like, "Mom, I'm her only parent, and the poor kid is attached to me by the hip. Like
I
that's
see.
my broke little bestie right there." And then
She's
she
adorable.
passes out, and I'm scared. Like I can't wake her up because you know what I mean. So I'm having
You
to
know,
like back her around, bring her home, and then by then I'm like, well, it's already dead. So
and you know what's crazy? I just thought about because when you just said you're her only parent, wasn't your mom your only parent?
it's complicated. That
I'm
wasn't
like,
my
damn, and
choice.
now you're kind of her only parent too.
So
It's
my
just, man, and I'm not putting it on you. I'm just like, bro,
no,
these
you're fine.
cycles, man, they repeat yourself when you don't even know, man. It's
My dad
crazy.
died when I was 15, but they divorced when I was 3. Pick it up. Just pick it up.
We'll
Oh my
go.
god.
We'll go. We got 5 more minutes. We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll let her have her moment with her mom. It's been a good talk. But yeah, you said your dad at 3
Yeah, my
they got
parents
divorced. Young.
just pick the jug up. It's just water. It'll dry. But
Mhm.
so like that whole situation, like it wasn't by choice. My mom kind of like my mom was a bitter baby mama, and but my dad with my stepmom, it's fine. It'll dry. Just go on the other side. Um, my stepmom was kind of like really controlling, and she didn't want him to just take it off. She didn't want him to pay the child support. So it's I
I don't
don't
know the details. I don't know the details. Don't let me judge your
yeah,
situation. Excuse me if I
you're
did.
fine. No, you're no, you're fine. I'm trying to speak lightly on some things because of my family.
Yeah,
Um
absolutely.
my stepmom ended up
I was thinking
dying
that while
last
giving
year.
details. Huh?
But my stepmom ended up dying last year, but so like it was like a really complicated situation for my dad because it was like where does he pick the lesser of two evils? And my mom was a bitter baby mama, didn't I guess what didn't want to give him that privilege. So my dad, he wanted to be there. It's different. And then he ended up dying because he was sick when I was 15. He was so tired.
I don't blame her.
Take the clothes off.
Well, We've been on here for how long? An hour and
Yeah,
47? Dang, about
it'll
2
get
hours.
cut.
Yeah. And oh, well.
It'll get cut down. It'll cut the
Oh, cut
pauses.
down. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I, yeah, I'll talk for 5 hours. You know how I am. Like, I'll keep
No,
going.
you're fine. We
But
plus we vibes. We can go. The two of us can
girl,
go.
I'm a vibe. Once I start going, I will not stop. I always say, and I mean this, I would rather die than shut up. I would. I mean it. I mean
Well,
it. I love talking.
anytime you want to come on, let me know.
Absolutely.
It's a little podcast, but we all start. It's a little seed, and soon it'll grow into
Mm-hmm.
a forest.
And this is my first time being on a podcast. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Of course, it's so much
This is
fun.
fun. It is
Sometimes
fun.
we
Oh,
have
talking is
appearances
fun.
by Charlotte, but don't come on camera. You're
Yeah,
she
yeah,
does too.
she's our little camera girl behind the scenes. Our water makeup. She's our makeup person. She's getting your hair right.
She makes an appearance on every episode, just about.
As she
She's
should.
popped in.
That's my girl. Get in the camera, I'm a little star. I love it.
She thinks it's
She
FaceTime.
she sees Mama doing it. She sees Mama. Man, these little kids,
Oh
little
man,
sponges.
she's still asking about me starting her YouTube channel.
Oh, I love it. Hey, that's where the money's at too. Kids with unboxing toys. That's where the money's at.
She's recorded a couple of those. She's big on it. She's inspired. She's like, Mom, we gotta
She's
try this and this and this.
she's ambitious. I love it. I love it.
She is ambitious. She has her own Amazon store now. So if you ever order or need to
Love it.
order anything from Amazon, let me know first,
Got you.
because she gets commission.
Ugh. What a little entrepreneur. I love that. Look, you're already making her the best. That's
I'm
gonna be
trying.
awesome. Can't wait to watch.
I really appreciate you coming on. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. No, I've had fun. I've had fun.
Next,
Maybe I gave a little too much information, but hey, fuck it.
no, that's what this is for. There's no filter on this. Next time
I'm gonna. I'm
I'm gonna find a game
sorry.
for us to play.
Oh my god, let's play a game.
I'll find a
A
game
fun
for us
fact.
to play,
Fun fact. I
and
also love horror movies. So when you say that, I think of, let's play a game from Saw.
I love horror
I
movies too. Do you like
love
true
horror movies.
crime?
Love true crime.
Because I'm gonna start a
Love true.
segment. I gotta find a victim where I tell people who aren't really into true crime stories, and it's gonna be on the Patreon. So it's gonna be like a
Mm.
little special thing that people have to subscribe to. It's content and development. We're planning it out. I guess gotta find me my victim for
May the
mercy,
odds be ever in your favor.
because I know some grisly ones. Do you want to plug your social media?
Oh my god, yes, I was just thinking that too. Um, I actually had someone impersonate me recently. A part of me is like, what the hell, and a part of me is flattered.
You should be
Um,
flattered.
yeah, I know, right? I'm like, me? You want to be me? It's not all it's cracked up to be, but all right. But really, DB on all my platforms, REALLY, one Y, because my imposter is two Y's. D as in Deidra, B as in Babson. That is me. I am really Deidra Babson. That is my do not add me on Snapchat, but that's follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna
Um
add you on Snapchat.
you can add me as long, but no one else on here add me. I only keep that for like family and close friends. I try to at least, because my block list is so long. I love a good block button, but I'm working on that, not to block people as much when I get angry. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, really DB, Deidra Babson, and yeah, I'm just here being myself
So
as we all should be.
my social media handle is long, y'all. So you can follow Love Lies and Dead Roses on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm trying to build the Twitter so I can do some more interactions with listeners. Very nice,
Hmm.
babe. And then you can follow my personal TikTok at Candice Christine, and then my personal Instagram is the underscore Candice underscore Christine. If I can learn how
Do
to
you
talk today.
no, same. That's why I'm surprised this was so smooth with me, because I like told you it's the end of the month. Oh, I was a little stressed at the end of the month. But here, smile on the camera real quick. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Ah, shit, wrong button. Ha. All right, I'm gonna do two. One with my mouth closed, one with my mouth open. One more. Cute. Cute. I can post it on my story, and then I'll bring some attraction to it.
Yes.
Got you, girl. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh,
You know, I love to talk and I love to be myself, and thanks for letting me come on here and talk and be myself.
hey, you're welcome anytime.
Thanks.
All
I'm
right,
excited.
till next time,
It'll be fun.
guys.
Next time. Bye, Candice.
Bye, Deidra.
Bye.